Hello, friends. Hello, and welcome to this wonderful new moment. Thanks for joining. This is Jennifer from Jennifer Tarot Spiritual Life Guidance, Life Coaching, and also Personal Power Life Coaching. And thank you for joining. Today we have a special tarot card guidance session, and it is designed for you. For you who is listening, you are meant to be here and we are coming together. So thank you for this moment and just connecting with the guidance and wisdom of Earth, of life, with the rhythms of the planet, and just seeking to be in greater peace and resonance with and alignment with the way that life works and with the wisdom of the planet and the universe. Today we have our tarot card guidance focusing on moving forward in our lives and making decisions and changes that we want to make. Maybe they were difficult to make before in the past, and yet we're now at a better place internally in order to make those changes. Or actually, I ask you to consider, look back in your life right now, is what changes have you been wanting to make or that you've been wanting to see, that you're beginning to see the culmination or manifestation thereof. Because today, for May 21st to May 22nd, we have a really awesome guidance message from Spirit, from Source, from our higher self. And so it is about transition and change and sort of taking the bull by the horns and driving our change forward with awareness, with focus, with presence, and with our intelligence. So what we have today is we are starting out with the Six of Swords. And so we have here indicating that we are moving forward, we're making a transition right now, or you are making a transition at this point in your life in terms of your consciousness and in your mindset. Something has evolved and changed in your life, and it requires you to change your behavior and your mindset. And this means that your timing will change, that you'll be physically moving about. Now, for some of you, it may involve going overseas, going over water, but really, it's a lot about changing the way you think and the way you see the world, the way you see yourself, and leaving behind some baggage, mental baggage, mind chatter, mental chatter that no longer serves us. And I invite you to ask yourself is, in what ways do you stress yourself out with just thinking? With just thinking silly thoughts, or just thoughts that can be good feeling or bad feeling. They don't make you feel so good, and yet you think them. And so what we should consider, what we can consider in that case, is to remember and understand that a lot of the stress that we experience is about us and what we're thinking, the way we're thinking about a situation, and making assumptions and jumping to conclusions, and ultimately fussing and fretting about outcomes that never happen. So let's be present in the moment. It's important to be fully present, to be here and now, at any time, every time, no matter what you're doing, because this is your moment, and this is the moment to be living. So we have to be here, fully present, so you can access the power and the magic and the specialness of your life, of yourself, the beauty and the splendor that is here for us now, by coming into this moment of presence and stillness. So just know that you're leaving behind some old thinking, some old mental patterns, habits of thought, or just, old neural pathways and thought systems. And that's all it is just neural pathways, neurons that are constantly being fired. They have grooves that have been very strengthened through repetition, repetitive thought. But now you bring your awareness into the situation, into the mix, and it's not the same anymore. So when you find yourself caught in the same repeated pattern of thought or behavior, the same old behavioral patterns, relationships that just repeat and repeat in the same way, if things aren't changing, ask yourself, what kind of thinking am I doing that's the same as always? And I need to change that. I need to change the way I think about this situation, the way that I'm thinking inside my own head without having to change anyone else. I personally need to change these neural pathways, and I need to shift and cut the ones that don't work and the ones that are now a dead end. I need to finalize and cut them off, and I need to go a new way and walk a new path. And that's what our figure is doing here. Going over new water, new lands, maybe traveling, going to a new location, but it means leaving behind some loved ones or just some old, comfortable, familiar patterns. And when things become comfortable and familiar, they are safe. They are deemed safe in our mind, in our subconscious world, and we just assume that this is better than the unknown. Because the unknown, we don't know what can happen. We don't know what will come, and we're not sure of what kind of pain we might experience. And actually, we may even assume that it will entail pain. But bear in mind that the pain is only the pain body that humanity, consciousness, history of consciousness, historical consciousness in the human race. This is just the trend. This is just the repeated energy. There's love energy, but there's also fear energy. There's peace, but there's also been war. And so those are energies that sort of permeate the universe in which you live and move. And so it's really critical to be, number one, aware that these are patterns of energy that might influence you, especially if you've just been not in control of that and not aware. It's just about awareness, being awakened to it, awakening yourself, which is not even a real word, but it's about waking up, lighting the flame in your consciousness. And if you are into spirituality, then opening your third eye and knowing that there's more to the puzzle than meets the eye. Now, this Six of Swords is followed by the Chariot, and the Chariot is upright, which is reflecting here a beautiful energy and a positive spirit of power, determination, and courage, moving ahead with confidence and presence, being fully available to the moment here and now, and to make those changes. And some of the changes you're not even consciously or personally making, but these are also the currents of life that are making them for you. The circumstances are shifting, and now it's about you getting in the driver's seat and moving ahead and making that change and cooperating with it and being a co-creator and a driver in your own journey of self-expansion and self-development and clarity and empowerment and success. Whatever it is that you want to succeed in. If you care about your career in this reading, then driving forward those changes in your career area, embracing the shifts that are happening in those around you, in the energies around you, in the activities that are available to you to do. And finally, we're moving forward with the Tower. And so the Tower is typically associated with dramatic change and making significant changes in your life. And some people can interpret it as like a shock or a dramatic thing that happens that is jarring. Maybe someone loses their job, or relationships end, or something comes to an unexpected termination. And because of the sudden or astonishing nature of the change, it can be unsettling. And thus, this is why this reading is meant to reassure us and bring peace to your mind and to your heart and soul. that all is well and that things are evolving in a really exciting, dynamic, and awesome way. And you are already in the process of making those changes. You've already done some of them, and now it's about you fully embracing that you want to move ahead. You're ready to let go of old patterns. And most important is to be open and cooperative and collaborate with it. And this is not just about, the tower is not just about having a drastic or dramatic or something like a shocking change, which it sort of looks like that, but it's about shaking things up inside of you, inside of your thoughts, inside of your mindset, your energy. And as you make behavioral changes, this means you're making mental thought changes. And it also means that your life is beginning to now show those changes by the way that things are evolving now. And you can see some obvious shifts and modifications in how you're feeling. Maybe uncomfortable at first, but then give yourself time, give time to life, give life itself patience, because things take time for them to reflect and manifest. But also for you to let go of the old. Put more of your attention in the new. Put more of your attention into the vision of what you do want to create, and continue to water and nurture the seeds of the growing abundance and beauty, prosperity, love, and success, openness and freedom that you are expecting, that you are anticipating, that you do wish for intentionally now, not just willy-nilly by happenstance or by oblivious synchronicities of destiny, but rather your volition, your decision-making power. And this means the changes that you want to make. And this means change. And that's what life is about. It's a roller coaster, it's a process, it's a journey, it's an evolution, and the constant reminder from spirit, from our guides and angels, just pure love and light from the universe, which is what is true, is that all is well, you are loved, have fun, take it easy, relax as much as you can, and just remind yourself all is well. Things are working out. I'm doing well. You're doing so well. You're right where you need to be. You're in the right place at the right time. Things may feel tough right now, or it may feel scary or unsettling or uncomfortable or even sad or lonely, but we have to move forward, keep going, don't stop. Take time, though, to stop and have more peace and relaxation. You need to relax your body and your mind also. And know that you have limits and that it's important to respect the rhythms and the forces of nature. And that we want to synchronize and harmonize with those rhythms and flows of nature, synchronizing with the cycles of the day, our circadian rhythm, aligning that with the day itself, rising with sunshine and sleeping in dusk, having a connection so that you can connect more deeply with your light. And you may not need to do all of that stuff, but it's really just about bringing peace to humanity, bringing goodness into yourself. And I'm not saying that you need to bring peace and love and goodness to humanity. I'm just saying that love is what's real and love is what's true. And we all want to be happy. We all want to feel good, but we're all afraid. And we sometimes, often, maybe every day at some point, even in the smallest way, act out of fear. But my friends, before I leave you for tonight, I invite you to consider, when do you act out of fear in your daily life? And can you reverse that and not pay so much attention to it? not act on it, but rather move forward and take action from a space of love. What would love do in that situation? What would you do and think if you really love yourself? What would you do and think if you felt safe and that things are going to work out and that things are going to be fine no matter what's going on right now? What would you do if you really loved yourself and believed in yourself? What would you do? What would you think? How would you feel? If you really choose love, when you choose love. So go forward and continue choosing love in everything that you do, and take it easy. That's also a message to myself. And be ready for the changes. Notice the changes. It's exciting. This is what you want as well. And if you feel like things are like rocking the boat too much, then come back into peace right here and now and just take a deep breath. And there are ways that you can deal with that too, either by journaling and just free writing what your stressful thoughts are, or saying them out loud, like, universe, I am so stressed right now because I want to accomplish all these things, or because all of this is happening and I feel overwhelmed, or whatever, XYZ. And when you get it outside of you into the loving hands of God, whatever your belief is, it's off your shoulders. It's not your burden anymore. And again, remind yourself, be here now and breathe. And all is well. And really, you just want to make peace with yourself. Okay? So make peace with yourself. Create love in yourself. And just enjoy. And know that you do deserve to be happy. And that is my wish for you and for me and for all of us. To just feel good and feel awesome every day. And whatever it is that you want, may it be truly what fills your heart and soul. And I ask for you, for us, for me, for the wisdom to know what that is. All right, my friends. So that's it for now. Thank you for joining this Personal Power Life Coaching Intuitive Moment with Jennifer Tarot's guidance using our tarot cards and the love and guidance and love of spirit. Thanks for joining on this reading, and share it forward if you feel inspired. See you next time. Lots of love, peace, and goodness. Bye for now. Namaste.